Jack Thunder and the Dawn of Unity. Chapter 11. A Journey Begins. San burst through the front door to find Jack Thunder and his friends sitting at the table. The 6 young heroes stopped what they were doing to look up at him. "Oh, Mr. San, you're here. Did Jack tell you about the Wendigos?" Buckthorn exclaimed. Yes, he did." San turned his attention to Jack Thunder. "Jack, can we talk in private a bit?" Jack Thunder's expression turned to dread. What was he in trouble for this time? Slowly, he got up from the table. He made his way to the hallway, where San was waiting for him. "Jack, what is going on here?" The Tengu crossed his arms. "What are you talking about?" Jack Thunder's feet shuffled nervously. San took a deep breath. "I ran into Nemesis on the way back here, and it told me something concerning. Were you really with Ivy Butternut earlier?" Jack Thunder froze up for a second. "Ivy, that's where I remember her from. Oh, Anima, was that really her?" San's eyes narrowed. "You do understand who Ivy Butternut is, right?" "I know, but she seemed so friendly when she talked to me. We even had tea and cakes together. I didn't think—" "Listen, Jack," San interrupted. "You need to stay far away up from Ivy. I don't know why she wanted to talk to you, but this doesn't sound like anything good, especially with Stephanie here. And why didn't you tell me about Nemesis?" Jack Thunder scrambled for words. "I took care of it. I used the binding spell you taught me. Nemesis can't hurt us as long as it's on." San groaned, planting his face in his palm. All of this was too much. He paused. Jack Thunder and his crew had stood up to the corrupted creator of this world. This was no real issue compared to that. But even so, he needed to do a better job of looking after them. What are you and your friends doing now?" "We were trying to figure out where Malefic's gonna show up." Jack Thunder visibly relaxed. Okay, I can help you with that." San led Jack Thunder out of the hallway. "How'd it go, Jack? Are you in trouble?" Saturn inquired. Kirami gave him a sharp nudge. "Hey!" "No, he's not in trouble," San answered. "We just had to clear the air about a few things." "It's okay," Jack Thunder added. "Let's just get back to work." The two sat down at the table. Jack Thunder held Stormbringer over the map, trying to locate where the Maleficent Wendigo would show. San gently guided his hands, leading the staff to a location down in the southern continent of Tamara. It flashed a bright green when it reached the southmost tip of the land. "The Caverns of Challenge?" Saturn could have jumped for joy. The Caverns of Challenge were the ultimate destinations for explorers and treasure hunters alike. Imagine if he could get his claws on the precious quarry hiding in those caves. "Not so fast, Saturn," Shadowpaws chastised. "What if Ivy and Twicchit show up? I don't want to know what they've got planned for us." Snotter shook her head. "I'm not really scared of that Ivy. If she makes one move, I'll lop her head clean off." She made a chopping motion with terror for emphasis. Kirami rolled her eyes. "Thanks, now I'm never going to get that picture out of my head." Guys! Jack Thunder exclaimed. "This isn't helping." San stood up. "Shadowpaws is right. We need to be careful in there. The Anti-Humanist League is on to us. I wouldn't be surprised if they figure out where we're going. Now, let me just see where this Malefic is going to appear." His face screwed up in concentration. The stone within Stormbringer flashed many different colors. Finally, the gemstone settled on a brilliant cyan. San's jaw dropped. "Tomorrow? In the Caverns of Challenge?" Shadowpaws almost screeched. "Looks like we'd better get ready then," Buckthorn stated. As if on cue, the young heroes departed one by one to pack their bags for the quest ahead. Jack Thunder and San were the only ones left. The Storm Gremlin turned to San. You really think Ivy's gonna show up? I don't know, Jack. I hope not, but I can't promise anything. Meanwhile, somewhere in the Emerald Woodland, Ivy Butternut stood over a map of Alterus, an ornate looking glass adorned with carved ebony wolf skulls in her hand. Forest green magic swirled around it as she scried for the Wendigo's location. Come on, I know you're here somewhere, Wendigo. That storm gremlin had told her about the Wendigo in Alterus, didn't he? Moore couldn't be too far behind, so why wasn't her scrying spell working? All of a sudden, the visage of a blackened beast with smoldering eyes filled the glass. It disappeared as soon as it came. Wait a minute. It happened when Ivy passed over Tamara. She scanned the continent once again. When she panned over the southmost tip of the continent, the face appeared once more. So it's in the Caverns of Challenge, she mused to herself. She'd traveled a lot in her youth, but ever since she'd settled down in the Emerald Woodland, she hadn't ventured far from the lush forest. It was going to take something special to reach the eternal desert by next morning, but what? Miss Butternut, your chariot is ready, a scratchy, sniveling voice called from behind her. Ah, Mr. Twicchit, I see you've finally done something right. After he'd failed to get the human at the Dark Carnival, Ivy had assigned Twicchit a much easier task, to build a working sky chariot for them to fly to their destination. And it seems like he'd done it. The wooden contraption resembled a horse-drawn cart, only with leafy wings on the sides. It had 2 seats, one up front and one inside. The magenta aura surrounding it reverberated with energy. Ivy stood up from the table. Pack your bags, Twicchit. We're leaving soon. Now? To where? The nekomata questioned. To the Caverns of Challenge. That's where we'll find that Wendigo. Why would we want to find a Wendigo? Because, Twicchit. Ivy leaned in close to his face. That's how we're gonna convince the Summer and Winter Courts to let us in. The Summer and Winter Courts? Exactly. Once they learn the portals have opened again and I bring a Wendigo back to them, they'll elect me back on the board for sure. They'll have no choice. But how are you gonna capture a Wendigo? Twitchit's face held no expression. Ivy rolled her eyes at Twicchit. Did this Tom really think she was stupid? We get the fragments of anima. Twicchit said nothing. Jack and his crew are bound to have found the Wendigo's location by now. When they go inside, we sneak up on them and steal the fragments. Think of it, Twicchit. The courts elect me back to the board and I'll have the most powerful artifacts in all of Alterus. They'll all realize how wrong they were then. Twicchit scoffed. Oh, they'll realize that, all right. Ivy stepped forward, towering over him. Excuse me? Was that a backsass I heard? Oh no, I would never... Twicchit was sent flying as a leathery paw came into contact with his face. He crashed into a small table in the corner of the room, knocking over a vase. It shattered on his head. You do not talk back to me, Ivy growled. You'd better be glad I like you. If you were one of my cubs, I would have kicked you out in the same trash heap I found you in. Twicchit groaned, rubbing his head. He hated this, but what could he do? He remembered when he first got booted from the Circus of Shadows. He tried to get another job, but everyone he met heard about how he caused the tent fire. No one would hire him. It was one winter's night last year when Ivy found him, starving and half frozen, on her doorstep. She'd taken him in and nursed him back to health. But her charity was not without strings attached. From then on, he'd become her right-hand man. the one who did all her dirty work so she could play the sweet, loving mama bear she knew would win hearts all over Alterus. If only they knew what went on behind closed doors. Twicchit picked himself up off the floor. He dusted his cape off with his paws. "Sorry, Ivy, I won't talk back to you again," he uttered stiffly. Ivy gave him a sweet smile. "Good. I'm glad we had this little talk." Her false kindness nauseated him. Did he really want to keep doing this? Sure, he was grateful for Ivy's generosity, but did he really want to keep taking her blows for it? Or was there a better way to live?